So, after the game, disappointed, 2-2. Very disappointed we couldn't hold on to that. Brilliant second half from the boys, much more aggressive, much more intensity. 2 fantastic goals. I mean, Salah's goal was absolutely ridiculous. Unbelievable. Yeah, just amazing, man, amazing. Unlucky with the deflected goal from De Bruyne, but it's what we kept being left open at the back post. I don't know if you saw that, man. It was just like Foden was free all the time. Oh man, hello, Alfie. You better go to every single game the rest of your life, and we will not lose.
That's the answer.
What did you think of the game, Alfie?
It's fabulous, and I've never seen 2-2 against Liverpool and Man City.
What about Salah's goal, eh? Amazing. Wow, watch it on Match of the Day later, eh?
That's the answer, mate.
What did you think?
Well, I've been coming for over 50 years, and I think Mo's goal is possibly one of the best I've seen.
Don't you remember he did a very similar goal against Tottenham?
He did indeed, but I think this was even better because I think he beat more players.
Yeah,
and
the finish was sublime. Lovely.
And it's good to see Mane score.
Yeah, well, he needs a bit of form. He was very lazy in the first half.
Second half, it was great because he was getting stuck in and taking people on.
Yeah. What are your names again? Sean, Alfie, Laura. Thank you so much for talking to me. God bless.
3, 2, 1.
Evening. So driving back from Liverpool now on the M6. Bit of a bittersweet kind of feeling. Yaz, what did you think of the game?
It was okay. Very poor. Very poor in the first half. Very poor. Probably lucky, I reckon, to go in at half time at 0-0. Some worrying things. I mean, Milner at right back was an issue. They were doubling up on him. Phil Foden and Grealish. He got his yellow card and probably lucky in the second half to stay on the pitch. But yeah, we scored the opening goal, but we conceded very quickly. Mo scored a great goal right in front of us there. It was a fantastic goal.
Ridiculous good. Just like the Tottenham goal from a few years ago.
How he puts 3 or 4 players on the floor is just... But we can't hold on to a win. As I alluded to earlier, we've now scored 5 goals in our last 2 games. At no stage have we been able to hold on to a lead. And we just keep on conceding, and it's a little bit worrying. I don't know where the issue lies. I mean, the CDM position, I'm still not convinced with Robertson with his defensive duties. Trent's a miss. Milner at that age shouldn't be playing nowhere near a right back position.
I mean, he got lucky with this not getting sent off, but he's such a clever player that he can play that position, because the amount of free kicks he won us and the positional play was normally okay. The problem Liverpool have at the moment, when I'm watching them, we seem to be getting the teams are overloading us on the back post. It happened against Brentford, and it happened now against Man City, and they did it differently. Obviously, Brentford did a high ball and had 3 or 4 players on Trent, and in this one it was on the floor, and they were against Milner, like doubling up against him, Grealish, Foden. So yeah, it's a bit of a concern that is that, and there was times that Foden was open, clear, and they couldn't find him. I think Gomez did a last-ditch tackle to stop Foden in the second half, and it was just, I don't know.
I think the problem starts in midfield. We're missing Wijnaldum's energy and tenacity at closing down, because we seem to have teams, when they start running at us, they get very far into our half or into our penalty area. You know, and it happened, like you said, against Brentford, and it happened today. I mean, there was times today they were picking up the ball at the edge of their area, and they ran and ran and ran and ran, and before you knew it, they were in and around our box. So there's something. I mean, okay, Fabinho's a great holding midfielder. Henderson, I thought today wasn't fantastic. He was a little bit all over the place.
I think Keita should have come on at some point.
Yeah, but Keita's going in the opposite direction. He's not going to fix the problem I'm talking about. Keita's going to help you going forward.
Yeah, but he will help the press. The press in the first half, after the first 10, 15 minutes.
I don't think that's his game. I don't agree with that.
He does now. He wins the ball high up the pitch.
Also brings composure.
Yeah, and he just carries the ball. I don't know. It just for me,
There's a problem in midfield, big time.
The balance doesn't look right.
And we need a number 9, crying out for a number 9.
Yeah,
Jota's is good. Firmino came on and looked very rusty for a few minutes.
Yeah, but he wins the ball, but he closes down.
But we need a number 9. We need a number 9.
Yeah, I think they should just go and buy that Ivan Toney from Brentford. I really do. He's very direct, strong.
I mean, to have the ultimate squad, we're 3 players short. I think we need a right back cover Trent. We need a replacement for Wijnaldum, and we need a number 9. And then I think we will be by far the best outfit. But who do you go and get?
I don't know about right back cover. I think we need.
You do need a right back. I mean, because when Trent don't play, who plays there?
Well, Gomez can do the job there. Gomez can do the job. I think you put Milner in there for his experience.
If Gomez can do the job at right back, then he should have played today. That tells you he can't.
No, he put Milner in there for the experience, because Milner will not get caught out of position against City, and he didn't.
Well, he did. That's why he got fucking booked.
No,
and then that's why he should have got sent off.
He got booked in the first half because what Liverpool were doing at that point, they weren't tackling these guys, man. They were just running at us, and we were allowing them to do it. There was no one was getting a tackle in. It was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, he brought, I think it was brought Grealish down, or one of the Foden down in the first half, and yeah, second half he got lucky, but
It still begs the fact, what's Minamino, Ox, Keita doing for their money? I mean, those guys, Minamino actually, to be fair to him, whenever he's played this season, whenever he's played, I think he played at Carabao, did he, and the Champions League, he's looked okay. But none of these players are even getting a sniff when it comes to Premier League football.
I think he will start using Minamino, and he'll start using Keita more. I think he'll have to.
I just don't think the players that we've got there are, any of them, are a mixture that's going to replace what Wijnaldum gave us. It could be Thiago, it could be Keita. We haven't got a player that does what Wijnaldum did.
I don't know. I think we need another midfielder, but I don't, I don't see us, missing Wijnaldum.
Well, I think we are. Like I said,
I think we're just missing.
We haven't got a
I think we're just missing a quality centre mid.
We've got a quality centre mid in Thiago.
Yeah, no, but what I mean is, Thiago is more. I don't know. Yeah, Thiago, if he was playing today, I think he would have controlled the game a bit better for us. He's one of those players that would have had time on the ball. He always has time on the ball. He finds a pass. He's actually quite good in the air for a little guy, Thiago. So yeah, he was a miss today. But look, again, we went up against the champions of this country, and yes, in the first half they outplayed us. The second half it was close, and we should really have won it. Fabinho has to score that goal. But
It was a fair result. I mean,
Yeah, no, it was a fair result.
Overwhelmingly outplayed in the first half.
No, I agree.
Bar a couple of good saves from Ali.
Yeah, it was
The game with the Village. We would have been outside. So
That was a fair result.
but we're getting to that.
As the game played out, we could have won it, really.
Yeah, the way the game played out, I mean, it's taking a touch and a long pause.
Our 2 goals, I mean, Mane's goal, great play, where we opened them up. And the second goal, Salah, wow, ridiculous.
That shows you, though, that Manchester City are vulnerable if you run at them.
Yeah, and you know what? When I was telling the guy who I was sitting next to, in the first half, I was saying, we're going to lose this unless we up our intensity and energy levels. And when we came out in the second half, it's like Klopp told them, come on, what the hell's going on here? And they did. They upped the intensity, the energy. Because when we play like that, City cannot cope. They can't cope. In fact, I don't know a team that can deal with us when we play like that. And they've just got to do that more often. We did it in short bursts in this game today, not long enough. Because there was a moment we had City on the ropes when they were 1-0 down, and we had them for about 5 minutes, 10-minute period where we could have scored another goal if we'd have been just.
So what's the problem? I agree. At one stage today, we have Man City on the ropes.
Yeah.
Last week against Brentford at 3-2, we had Brentford on the ropes, and we won neither game. So where are we going wrong? Because last week,
I think they're different games. So last week against Brentford, I think
Mo has to score to make it 4-2.
Yeah, he has to bury that 4-2 chance. He didn't. All right, he's human. He missed. You know, he chose the wrong option. But even though he didn't score, it's the defending last week, which was really poor. And it was poor in a sense that sometimes you don't win the first ball, and that's okay. But it was not getting to the second ball. It was not anticipating. We were very sloppy in that respect, and Brentford capitalised on it. I mean, their third goal, we have to clear that ball. There's no way that should be a goal, not at the top level. But we didn't, and they punished us, and fair play to them for that. Today the difference was we allowed City time on the ball. So the first half, first 10-15 minutes we were okay. We kind of like pushed them right back. And then it kind of flipped, and then all of a sudden City had time and they were picking their passes. Bernardo Silva had a great game. He was very elusive, running through us, and no one was tackling him, you know, and we weren't getting our foot in. It was very passive. It was very passive in that first half. Second half we come out, intense, energy, we got the goal, and for 5 minutes after that they were vulnerable. We had them, and again the defending let us down. They overloaded on the far side, the back post. Foden was free in acres of space. He did well to squeeze in the ball, but still, the ball, it should not have been in that much space in the first place. So there's lack of concentration. There's definitely some issues defensively, but listen, I don't know. I'm happy with the point. I'm happy with the goals we scored. I'm happy that we turned up in the second half, because that would have been a long 90 minutes otherwise.
Yeah.
I'd take it fucking out. But yeah, it was good, man. Enjoyed taking Koptalk on the road. Met some good Liverpool fans out there. Shout out to Alfie, little Alfie, who spoke on Koptalk. Never been to a game and seen Liverpool lose. He's got a good record. Keep going, Alfie. Keep the faith. You never walk alone, son.